with hours just after Chelsea have gone ahead to hijack the Felix deal from Arsenal, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and confirmed us that Arsenal are only and only focused onto the Mudryk deal. Though they were into the deal of Felix, but they looked like their main focus was on signing Mudryk this January transfer window. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? Where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, please subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 10,000 subscribers, and we are left with just 200 subscribers to hit that milestone. So we all know lots of things concerning Felix. Chelsea going in to meet the actual loan valuation or loan fee valuation from Atletico Madrid of 11 million euros, and obviously they've gone ahead to agree personal terms and everything is going to be done and dusted. Maybe the player will fly for a medical maybe tomorrow in London to see to it that he goes ahead and really leaves Atletico Madrid for good and joins Chelsea, to see to it that they even put in a buy option of 70 million pounds in the summer, and it's what is happening right about now in every corner of the world. Now, as things stand, it really looks very ashaming to a club of Arsenal, because Arsenal was in the lead. Arsenal was leading this race of Felix, because United had backed out of it, but things never went the best of Arsenal after Chelsea went in with a very huge financial muscle that really outcompeted Arsenal. And obviously Felix, who is desperate to join Chelsea, who is desperate to leave sorry, Felix, who is desperate to leave Atletico Madrid, said, I have to go on and really use this opportunity, because United had gone in for Vargas, Arsenal, Mudryk. That's where they are putting their main attributes, and now they've decided to go on and really come this side. We're going to talk about Gabriel Jesus in this video. Then rumors were that Arsenal are really targeting Tammy Abraham this January transfer window, and obviously Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to really let us know about the latest about that story, and that's why you need to be here. This is what we do on a daily. Keep it a point here. Arsenal is taking on Oxford. You know that very well later in the day, and we'll come up with a match reaction. I'm not going to do the confirmed team news because you see I'm doing this video right now. By the time it's up and done, team news will already be out, and we'll be soon going to the game of Arsenal. So I want to go on and really do this such that I come out and really give you the match reaction later. So not so, I think that will act like a champ for you. Now, Fabrizio Romano, after David Austin and Duncan Castles breaking the story of Mudryk, of Felix to Arsenal, Fabrizio has went ahead on his YouTube and told us that Arsenal had some talks for Felix loan, but the feeling around Arsenal was they wanted to focus on Mudryk. The priority was and is Mudryk. He's the player they want to sign. They keep in contact with Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, you know, when you hear from a source like that of Fabrizio Romano, you get to know that he's 100% right. Do you know why? He knows exactly what these clubs are all about. Now, Arsenal looks like they went into the January transfer window with their main target as Mudryk, and the player has also gone ahead to reciprocate the love back to Arsenal by confirming to them that I want to come to your side. I don't want to go to Chelsea. And so Chelsea looked like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Because we wanted to sign that talented player. Looks like Chelsea have no plan. From the summer, they wanted to hijack the deal of Rafinha. Rafinha said, I'm going to Barcelona. If Barcelona doesn't take me, I'll go to Arsenal. Then they backed out because the player said no to them. Then afterwards, they went in for a deal of Jules Koundé. Barcelona took the player. Then they went in for which other player did they go? They've been going for very many players. Chelsea wanted to hijack very many players. Mudryk said, I don't want to come to Arsenal. But this is not happening only one. Chelsea has been doing this for a very long time. Didier Drogba, Essien, Arjen Robben, Mikel Obi, Deco, all those players were going to Manchester United, but they hijacked those deals because they had money. They paid more to the clubs and then gave the players ridiculous salaries, and they say, no, we're going nowhere. We are going to a side known as Chelsea. So that is what Chelsea has been doing for all along. That means they are lacking a proper structure of recruitment, something that is really hard. And if at all you want to be prosperous, to be a seasonal winner, a seasonal champion, you need to be having a plan. And if at all you're having a plan, everything will move on as you've gone ahead to draw it on paper. That's why a person like me is not surprised with how Arsenal is doing their deals. And secondly, Arsenal going ahead to be leading the Premier League table right now, 5 points ahead of Man City, a team that has been there for so long. So Arsenal laid a plan. If you watched All Nothing, as Ed was explaining to the hierarchy of Arsenal on how they really plan their recruitment in every position of the pitch, you now know what exactly it was all about, because it was a team of people of Arsenal that really sat down and said, we look at 3 layers. If you have a player of 25 years as the first choice, we bring in a player who is 18, 19, 20 to be the second choice. Then the third choice is in the academy, 14, 15 years of age, meaning that as the other one ages out, this one of 20 will be in full capacity to fulfill that position, or sell him and get another player who can really get that job done and dusted. And this one of 20, when he reaches 25, that one of 15 would have hit 20 with a very good reputation and culture fed into him of the club. So that's what Arsenal has been doing, and they've gone ahead to do it perfectly, according to me. So I believe they're really doing a great job in there for you. But Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that Arsenal have been really focused on Mudryk, and they have been trying to look at signing Felix as a side deal, not the main deal. So they don't want to take their focus off the main deal. They are keeping their main focus onto Mudryk, and they want to bring him at Emirates as soon as possible. Even Ninsela Kinsa, you know him very well, Chelsea correspondent for The Standard, he has told us that Arsenal were also offered the forward, but put all their effort in securing winger Mykhailo Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk instead. So even this Chelsea correspondent is telling us that Arsenal were given a chance to sign Mykhailo Mudryk, but obviously they turned their efforts on signing a player known as Arsenal were given a chance to sign Felix, but they turned on their efforts on signing a player known as Mykhailo Mudryk, because it's their realist target this January transfer window. And it shows you that Arsenal won't really shift goalposts, because there is a player who is going to come in and really revolutionize their team after the injury of Gabriel Jesus. And I think they are staying to the plan amidst the injury that came in as something that was really a tragedy to Arsenal. They really said, we are sticking to the plan. We bring in Mykhailo Mudryk. Nketiah can lead the line, or Martinelli can lead the line. Then Mudryk can play off the left attacking side of the midfield where Martinelli really goes ahead to play. So it shows you how good they planned for this, and it's all going their way. Afterwards, we've been told by another journalist, because I collected a couple of tweets as far as this deal of Mudryk to Arsenal is concerned. This one is known as Eduardo Hagen. He has told us that Felix would have been an excellent addition for Arsenal, but the prices Chelsea are paying only for a 6-month loan, it's insane. It doesn't make financial sense. Let's see how else Arsenal have in their targets. Mudryk is still the priority. Obviously, Mudryk is the priority, but I believe if you bring in Felix and Mudryk, that would have acted like a charm for Arsenal, because there is no further way of sending a Premier League title winning message or signal to the likes of Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Manchester United, and all those teams around there that have brought in 2 players. One is top class, the other one is one of the most talented players in his age bracket as far as playing on the left attacking side midfield is concerned, to my club, and I want to win it. I want to win it. So Arsenal needs to put out a trophy winning statement in January, because the longer they take, the longer the window comes to an end. Remember, this window is just 31 days. 9 days went, 21 days are really left, meaning that all is really in the eyes of the Arsenal chat people to see to it that they really get themselves into the know of what the deal is all about in the next 1 week. Because if at all they delay, it won't even make sense for them to come in through and sign him, because right now there are games that you need Mudryk in, like the game of Newcastle. Mudryk would have done a very beautiful job in that game. Sorry about that. Mudryk would have helped Arsenal in the game of Newcastle. Arsenal are going to play Tottenham Hotspur. They are playing Aston Villa, Everton, and Man City and Manchester United. So all those games, they are really looking like they're having a light bench. So they need another effort on the bench. But the positive is Arsenal have gone ahead to get in a player called Emily Smith-Rowe back. And I believe today he might really be seen putting some minutes onto his legs as they play in the FA Cup third round. Now, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that Arsenal and Atletico Madrid are now completing final details of João Felix deal, as Blues want to be fast and get it 100% sealed this week. Full agreement on personal terms as João Felix has accepted Chelsea move. They will cover his full salary until June 30th. That is Chelsea for you. They are desperate to get in these players. But the good thing with João Felix is that he plays well in all of the top 4 positions of the attack line. That's it. He plays well there, and I believe he's going to be a perfect player for Chelsea because he's really talented, and Graham Potter has not shown any failure in grooming these talented players at his exposure, and I believe it's going to be a breather for this man. Now, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and really hinted about a story that has been making rounds all over social media about Tammy Abraham being linked to Arsenal. When Jesus got an injury, very many strikers were linked to Arsenal, and one of those has been Tammy Abraham. In the next 2-3 days, in the past 2-3 days, he has been linked to a side called Arsenal. Now, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and really revealed to us the following about a deal of this guy, Tammy Abraham, being linked to Arsenal. He told us that despite fresh links with Arsenal, Tammy Abraham will stay at AS Roma in January for sure. That's never been in doubt. He also scored yesterday a key goal against Milan, meaning that in the winter transfer window, there is no way this guy is leaving AS Roma to join Arsenal. And when you look at Arsenal, I think that's not the caliber of striker that they're going to go all out and looking for. According to me, they are really looking in for strikers that are really different from that. And Mikel Arteta might be really looking at other options altogether as far as the season is concerned for Arsenal. But Tammy Abraham has been linked to Arsenal. Even when he was leaving Chelsea to go to AS Roma, he was linked to Arsenal. Even in the summer, he was linked to Arsenal, that he's one of those strikers they are looking at. After Jesus got an injury in the World Cup against Cameroon, again, he's one of the first strikers I saw being linked to the Arsenal side. So it looks like there is something between Arsenal and Tammy Abraham. But let's wait and see what is really going to happen as far as this deal is concerned. But remember, Chelsea has a clause that if at all you're going to sell this player, you have to first contact us and see whether we also want to put in our money. And I believe if you're Chelsea, you wouldn't like to see a signing like Tammy Abraham go to your nemesis, that is Arsenal, a team that really wants to go all out and really win the league, and you're 10th, because Chelsea is the team that has been winning leagues in London. That's it. And Champions League trophies. But Arsenal has been winning nothing. This time round, it's Mikel Arteta who came in through and they won an FA Cup and the Community Shield, meaning that they were really not winning any trophy. And Chelsea wouldn't like to see Arsenal triumphant, because the more they get triumphant, the more Chelsea really declines, because it looks like they are really in a very hard period of time. Then Fabrizio concluded in the matter of Tammy Abraham to to Arsenal that at the end of the season, we will see in general what happens with Jose Mourinho and Roma's decisions on players, but nothing is happening now. And I believe Jose Mourinho can't really take himself off this player because he likes African players. And everywhere he has been really signing an African player who is a striker. At FC Porto, he had Benjamin McCarthy. Benedict McCarthy is now the forward coach at Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. After that, he came at Chelsea. He brought in Didier Drogba, and he never really disappointed him. He went to Real Madrid. He took Emmanuel Adebayo. After that, he went to Inter Milan. He had Samuel Eto'o with him leading the line. When he returned at Manchester United, he went in and brought in Romelu Lukaku. After that, he went to AS Roma. Sorry, he went to Spurs. At Spurs, I think he never got in an African striker. Then at AS Roma, Tammy Abraham is. It's only one team that Jose Mourinho has coached that he never really got or bought an African striker because he had all what he wanted in him in a man known as Harry Kane, who is the captain of a team called Tottenham Hotspur. So that is Jose Mourinho for you, and we can't wait to see what decisions is he going to make on the players he is willing to sell or not to sell. Now, Mikel Arteta has gone ahead and really showed us the importance of Jesus. However, much is not out on the field playing, but he's doing a lot of the pitch. Outside the pitch, this is what he's doing. He's always around the place with a smile on his face. He's still demanding, giving advice, and protecting the others. He has been living with the team, and that is rare and difficult for someone who has not been at a club for so long. So Jesus knows exactly what this club is lacking, and he knows that if at all it was that game of Newcastle, they wouldn't have lost it, because sometimes instructions enough don't matter, but the mentality of knowing that we have to go ahead and really win this game, die a little bit for the shirt of Arsenal, and he has been doing it and orchestrating it in different games altogether. So I believe all what he's doing, he's trying to raise the expectations of Arsenal players that we can get this done and dusted and don't really lose out onto this. So thank you guys for watching in through. Your reactions to Arsenal focused on Mudryk only are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about Tammy Abraham? Would you love to see him at Arsenal next summer? Because in January, he's not up for sale, as confirmed to us by Fabrizio Romano. And lastly, the manager of Arsenal told us that Jesus is always around. He trains, he's always there watching the training as he really does his recovery training right now at London Colney. So thank you guys for watching in through. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We are left with like 200 subscribers or 300 to hit 10,000 subscribers. I know we can make it before the end of this week, and everyone is going to be here to really evidence it that we talked about it and the Lord made it happen. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. Good night, good evening. We are going into the game of Arsenal versus Oxford, and we will be returning with what we call the match reaction. I sign out for now. See you later. Good night, and may the Lord protect you abundantly.